in Birmingham, Alabama, Southside, Birmingham, on 20th Street and Highland Avenue. Just wanted to make a video kind of talking about this part of Southside, kind of some of my memories, and give you a little context. I graduated from John Carroll when it was on Highland in '85. So the time that I spent down here was really in the 80s, early 90s. Spent a good bit of time down here actually. And so I know that there are going to be older viewers, people with better memories. In fact, I'm counting on it. So feel free. I'm hoping that this will maybe spur some discussion, jog some memories. If I say anything that needs to be corrected, please feel free to do so. I'd love to be able to have the time to research some of these buildings and find out their complete history and do that, but this is just an amateur attempt. So looking up the road here on Highland, about halfway up on the left, in the early 80s, around 82, this city was starving for a hard rock radio station, and 95 Rock started, which would later become I-95, and had Mark and Brian, became really popular. But 95 Rock, we used to walk there from John Carroll to get our street sheets that they would put out every week, and that was always a treat. And then as you come down, there's some beautiful churches and the synagogue. And then right here, as most people know, a lot of people know this as Bell Bottoms, and back when I was in school, it was Louie Louie's. And I know for an older crowd, it was the Cadillac Cafe, I believe in the 70s. And of course, it had the big barber sign above it, which is now gone. But I've been told that prior to it being Cadillac Cafe, at one time it was a pharmacy. I don't know if that's true or not. I'd love some verification on that. And next to that was Dugan's, which was fantastic. Dugan's, I've been told, was a bakery at one time. And I don't know if that's true or not. I've also heard rumors that the ovens are still down in the basement. I would love some confirmation on that. And of course, around the corner from where Louie Louie's was Mancha's, which was fantastic. Up the street on our left, you can't see it. I've made a video of it, as well as Ranelli's Deli, and it's a great sandwich shop that's been there for over 40 years, I believe. It's fantastic, and one of the best kept secrets in Birmingham, in my opinion. And then across the street is Dave's Pub. Now, back in the 80s, it wasn't so nice. It was a bar called Goulis's, and one of the memories I have of Goulis's is that the pool table there, they had 3 different length pool sticks because the pool table was so close to the wall. So that was kind of crazy. I'm gonna try to navigate this, crossing this street here. Go over here and get a little better look. But yeah, they really upgraded Dave's. It's nice now. It was pretty Spartan back in the day. Now up this street here on the right was a really tiny bar. At one time it was Austin's, at one time it was the Courtyard. I think it had a lot of different entities, but it was always so tiny. I never spent any time there. I didn't understand why anybody did. It was so small. But let's walk down here towards 5 Points, and while I'm walking, I'll talk to you. This, of course, is the Chick-fil-A. It's only been here for a few years, and most people will remember that it was Rube Burroughs before it was a Chick-fil-A. But when I was in high school, it was a Circle K convenience store, and I'd actually forgotten about that till one day I was standing in the line at the Chick-fil-A, and it occurred to me, 20 years ago, I can remember getting gas here when I was in high school, and I had totally forgotten about that. I'm sure some other folks have as well. It's been a while. And then this is 5 Points South. In the 80s and 90s was this, along with Valley Avenue and a few places over on Green Springs, and over where Fifth Quarter was, and Bennigan's, and Pacific Islander. There were some bars over there, but this was the main spot in Birmingham if you want to go out for nightlife. And actually, when I was my later years in high school and when I was in college, the church across the street, which is beautiful, was a real regular hangout for not only college students, but a lot of homeless. It's still a lot. But it would be packed with people, and there'd be kids out, you know, doing what kids do. So let's just stand here for a second. I'll kind of give you the lowdown. Up on the right, of course, is Highland Bar and Grill. It's still there. And across the street from it, back then, used to be a bookstore. It was a new age bookstore called Lodestar Books. And it was a pretty popular little hangout. And then I think it became a Renaissance Records. I don't know if that's the space next to it, or if that was where Lodestar was. I can't quite remember. But the church is just beautiful. And then over down this little one-way street, back before they built this Pickwick Plaza, or Pickwick Place, sorry. Here, let's cross. Before that was all built out, there was a little Chinese place there called Coyotes, and you could get fried rice for about 65 cents. And it was a popular destination for the before mentioned high school students and college kids. Now, let's see. This Black Market Bar and Grill has been a lot of things over the years. It was the Mill. To be honest with you, I never really went in there, so I really don't have a lot of memories of that place. And just past it used to be Rube Burroughs, which was pretty famous for its Long Island teas. And I vaguely remember that it seemed like when you would sit in the booth at Rube Burroughs, you were below street level. I think that's right. And then across the street where you see this Waffle House, right above that was a place called Joe Bar. And it burned down probably in '84, I think. And then just past it, of course, on the right, you can see the kind of the awning there for Charlemagne Records. It's been there as long as I can remember. And then just past it on the right was Clyde Houston's, which was a lot of fun. And I'm not sure, I can't remember, there used to be, I think there was a place right next to Clyde Houston. So if somebody can jog my memory on that one, that would be appreciated. And then down this street on the left is the Golden Temple. Now I've been told a guy that used to cut my hair who went to Ramsey back in like the 40s, told me that where the Golden Temple is used to be a bowling alley, but I've never really gotten any confirmation on that. And then a lot of these side buildings, these have been a lot of things. There was a grocery store down here on the left. I think it was a Piggly Wiggly for a number of years. But it's a great area. It's always been a great area. I'd love to see it, be the focal point again, but I don't think that'll ever happen just because there's so many great areas in Birmingham now. This used to be the only place to go. And now you've got Lakeview, you've got the park area, you've got downtown, and Birmingham's coming back. And anyway, I don't want to get on a rant about that. Just wanted to kind of walk you guys around a little bit down 5 Points South Birmingham. Have a great day and appreciate you viewing the video. Cheers.